Hello and welcome to my channel, On The Hook Crochet, where we talk about wearable crochet style. And today let's talk about what's been on the hook. Well, I have lots of things to talk about today, so I'm going to get right to it. I hope you're having a great day and had a great week last week. I have been a busy bee, and I have done something that y'all had asked me to do a while back, and I didn't ever get to it because of Christmas and lots of other things involved. So I finally finished the Wisteria Cottage Cardi, and it is made of motifs. They're like granny squares, but they're really not. I'm not calling them granny squares because they're all one color and they're quite beautifully done. They're not a standard granny square. It's a motif that I have designed for this particular cardigan. So if you want to use your own granny square, you can do that. But this is designed for you and to be a beautiful piece of work. So I hope that you would make it just like I say in the pattern, but it's also your design, so you can do it however you want. It'll also fit you. I have a couple of layouts in there for your motifs and also a way to make your motifs smaller and larger to get the right measurement for you. So I made this with about a 44-inch around the hip measurement without the edging. And when I add the edging, it's probably a couple of inches on each side. Well, it's about 2 inches total ease. So that's how I made my cardigan, but you can certainly do it your own way. Now I'm going to stand up and show this to you, then we'll come back and talk about it. Well, this is my Wisteria Cottage Cardi. Love it. I've loved it. Mr. On the Hook really loved it, and he actually took some pictures of me out front, and those will be on the pattern. You can see those there. I rarely ever ask him to take any photographs, but he was so excited. He really liked this particular cardigan and wants me to wear it Sunday to church, so I'll probably do that for him. But it's a very warm cardigan. I made this out of just a worsted acrylic. It is the Premier Anti-Pilling Worsted size 4 weight, and I used a J-hook. No, I used an I-hook to create these motifs that I joined together to make this cardigan. Now, a couple of things that I've done to this. I actually have a button on the front, which is not my usual style, but I placed a shank button on the front, and that way I could just use any hole I wanted to slip it through. So I sewed it on one side, and then I can just slip it through any hole I want to make it tighter or looser, however I want to do it that particular day. Now, it's also has fitted sleeves. The sleeves are of course, they're motifs, but I made them fitted, and then we fitted it to a cuff as well. So there's not a big floppy sleeve on this cardigan. I didn't want that, but I'll show you how to do that in the pattern as well. Now on the back, I added a belt, and the belt kind of cinches the back together just a little bit to give it a little more fit. And I'll turn around and show you the belt. The belt, I've used a couple of buttons on here to decorate the belt, but they don't really hold it in place. It's sewn where it is now, and it causes a little bit of a fitting in the back. So you can see that when I turn to the side, it's not poking out in the back. It's a little bit more fitted, and that's what I was looking for, a little bit more fitted. But of course, that is totally optional, and so is the button. It's optional. It looks really nice just straight down without the button, but I just wanted something to bring it together right at the chest level. So that's how I designed my cardigan. You can certainly design yours your own way. I hope you like it. This is the Wisteria Cottage Cardi, and it'll be out on an email for you that are in the community with a substantial offer code on this cardigan and also all of my other garment patterns. You can use that code for as many as you want. And this is also out on the Etsy site under Wisteria Cottage Cardi. I'll hopefully have it on the front page, so when you get to my Etsy shop, you'll see it right there. You can just click on it there if you want to take a look at the photographs, and also if you want to purchase one, it's right there. So I hope you like it. Now, just a little bit more about this cardigan. I just really love it. I'll get up close so you can see the motifs in here. They're done with a more of a floral look. That's why I called it the Wisteria Cottage Cardi. It's named after a beautiful flower, and I just thought it was a great way to show that off in these beautiful motifs here. They're not just granny motifs. They are beautifully done, and I spent a long time trying to get this thing out to y'all, and I finally did. So there you have it. This is what it looks like on my Etsy shop. the Wisteria Cottage Cardi, and there's a picture of me. Mr. On the Hook took this picture. I'm really proud of him for helping me with this. He was very in love with this cardigan. So I plan to make it again, and I'll tell you a little bit about it. This is what I used to make it, the anti-pilling Premier Everyday Worsted. This is the color Spruce, and I liked it because it matched my eyes, and so I made it out of this green. Really loved it. I bought 12 skeins of this, and I used 9 to make mine, and mine is long. It is to my knees, and I really love it. But the next one I make will probably make it out of a lighter color and quite a bit shorter, maybe 2 motifs higher around the end. Of course, the sleeves will be the same, the top will be the same, but I'll just make it shorter, make fewer motifs, and maybe out of a lighter weight yarn, but maybe not. Maybe use a worsted and just make it out of a lighter yarn. And that brings me to, I hope you like it actually, but that brings me to my acquisition for this week. I went to Hobby Lobby to take my diamond painting to be framed. And while I was there, of course, I always go up and down the yarn aisle to be sure I haven't missed anything. And every stash should have some of this yarn. This is called, well, this is a tweed. This is a tweed. It's an Aran tweed. And I always love this. Every single type of, every single yarn manufacturer usually makes a sort of a tweed like this. Not everyone, but many of them do. And I always make sure I have some of this in my stash. And something comes along that I want to make, and I want to make it out of something light. I love the tweed. I just think that's such a beautiful look. This is I Love This Yarn by Hobby Lobby, not sponsored. Anyway, I bought 3 skeins of this, and they weren't even on sale. I just thought, you know, I need to have this in my stash. I had some from Mary Maxim, some beautiful tweed, and I gave it away in one of the giveaways I have every week, pretty much every week. So I gave that away, but this is something that I bought at Hobby Lobby. Really, really love it, and it's waiting here to be crocheted or knitted into something very beautiful. So that is my acquisition for this week. Those of you who are new to my channel will not have seen this. This is on the same line with the huge granny square that I made in a hexi cardi, and it's so much fun to make. I wanted to show this to you again. If you haven't seen this, this is a nice heavy sweater that I wear in the wintertime. I actually designed it last year, and this year I wanted to show this to you. This is made with Rave yarn from Knit Crate. Knit Crate is not anymore, but it's a worsted weight yarn. I made it with a K hook, so it's totally appropriate to go and get acrylic to make this. It's so easy. You need about maybe 1,000 yards total. You have a contrasting color and also the color of the sweater. It's a sweater, and it's done in the granny square fashion all around. I tell you how to do that to make it look nice. We want it to look nice and not floppy. Okay, so this is the front, and the back has some granny squares, you call them granny squares, down the back of the sweater, and I just love that. When I wear it, people just go, I love the back of your sweater. Not so much the front, but the back is really nice, and it's detailed, very pretty, and I tell you how to attach it and all that. It's not difficult, but this is one of my favorite sweaters because I love the colors. First of all, it's a blue, kind of a fluorescent blue wrapped in black, and that's the actual yarn. So if you really want to make one similar to this, you could find one, maybe at Malabrigo or something like that, a nice luxury yarn, because that's what this is. But I would have no qualms about making this out of an Aran tweed or something like that. It's all in one color, and then there's a contrasting color that you can pick for the very wide rib that I put on here. It's a very striking look, and that's where I was going with this design. And also it picks up the black in the back of the sweater. And then at the bottom of the sweater, there is no rib. I didn't do that because I didn't want to take away from this look right here. So this was my design last year, and if you're interested, it's called the Hexi Cardi. This is what it looks like on my Etsy shop, and you'll see it out there. I'll also put a link to these patterns in the description box down below so that you can find them easily if you're looking for a nice sweater pattern. I did use black on the sleeves, as you can see right there. I used I'm trying to point right there, the black at the bottom of the sleeve cuff. So I used that as a contrast as well. I'm trying to get my camera right here. Okay, here we go. Now I have a couple of whips in progress, and y'all just I know y'all will be excited to see this because if you've been following me, I've learned to knit. I'm doing pretty well. I'm not any expert by any stretch of the imagination, but I bought this kit from Lion Brand. I showed it to you last week, and it's just a simple knit top. Nothing exciting about it. It's just 2 squares basically. With some rib at the bottom, though. I did learn how to do some rib in knitting, and it was kind of fun. I'm using this yarn. This is 100% Superwash Merino by Lion Brand. This is a squishy, beautiful wool yarn. Very, very nice and very affordable, and it is called Marmalade. That's the color, and it comes in lots of other colors as well. I've made other items with this, and I just love it. It's so easy to crochet with, and then now I'm knitting with it, and I'm holding 2 strands together. So that's how the kit was described, and that's what I did, and I cast it on. I had to go out to YouTube and find out how to cast on a good way because the way I was doing it wasn't quite right, and I did find a good video of that. You can find them out there, thousands of them, of course, but this is how far I've gotten. I've done the knit, I've done the rib. Let me get it up here. Here we go. Now you can see it. I've done the rib at the bottom. It's a 4x4 rib, so it's 4 knit and 4 purl. 4 knit, 4 purl all the way across the row, and then you reverse it coming back. And so it's not hard to do. I actually figured it out. So I'm excited. And then I did quite a bit of the sweater. I've only about 2 or 3 inches here that I've done, and I'm sure you'll see a mistake here and there that I've made, but you know what? I'm doing pretty well. And let me get back and show this to you. See? This is what it looks like. It's going to be just 2 squares, and all the way up to the top they'll be straight squares, and then I'll sew the shoulders together as wide as I want them. And on the pattern they're not wide enough, but for me I will do it a little bit wider, so I will sew more of that shoulder seam at the top, and then there are no sleeves in it or anything, so you just sew the sides and you're basically done. And it's not anything exciting, but for me it will be if I can finish this and actually wear it. This is called the Classic Knit Top. Classic Knit Top, and it is a paid for pattern, but it came in the kit, so I don't know how much the pattern is, but that's the name of it. And if you're a beginner knitter, it's perfect for us because it has nothing exciting going on in here except the rib. And then I'm using a size 11 needles. These are big, size 11, but I'm also putting 2 strands together, so it makes a pretty good size stitch when you make a stitch, and you can see what you're doing. It's quite lovely, and if I'd thought about it, I could have done it in the ivory color, but I really wanted more color in my top. You know, my first knit garment that I'm actually going to pull over my head and wear. It's not a cowl, it's not a scarf, it's not a shawl. It's nothing like that. So I'm really excited about getting started on that. So I did quite a bit. I started that on Thursday morning. That was yesterday morning, and I've done all of this since then. So I'm really excited about that. That's my first whip that is my work in progress for this week. My second whip is some suggestions I received last week from my viewers and subscribers. These are colors that I had in my Sophie's Universe, and I've shown this before. These are all the beautiful colors that were in there, and I had all of this yarn left over, and I still have a lot of yarn left over even though I've started this. This is a corner to corner without a center color. So in one I just did not too long ago, I put 2 rows of Aran in here as well. These are 3 rows each, and they're corner to corner. Of course, this is how far I've gotten, right about here, pretty far. And it's turning out real nice. So I will probably just finish this up. It'll probably be about maybe 45 by 50, 60, something like that. And it'll be just something to put in the living room, and it's for the house. As you know, I'm a diamond painter, and I love that as my second craft. Actually, it's my third craft now, crocheting, knitting, and diamond painting. And actually, the blanket I just showed you was crochet. I don't know why I didn't say that, but it's crocheted. The top that is knitted, of course. So I do diamond painting as well, and I am waiting for some diamond paintings to come from Craft Ease. That is a company that likes to collaborate with me on diamond paintings, and they give me the diamond paintings, and I show my progress as I move along, and and that gives them a way to show their products as well. And I'm just glad to do it. I love Crafties. Their products are very, very nice. So, and while I'm waiting for those to come, I found a diamond painting that I had put back. It's from Paint with Diamonds Company. I bought some diamond paintings from them a while back, and one of them I just put in my stash, and I got it out and I realized how beautiful it was. And so I started working on it. And when my new paintings come in from Crafties, I'll put this aside and I'll just use it as a between diamond paintings diamond painting. So after I finish the 3 from Crafties, I'll start on this one again and try to finish it. So it's called A Walk in the Rain, and it's very pretty. I'll show you a picture of it and also do a little video of the progress that I've made so far. Okay, let's take a look at my newest diamond painting. This is in lieu of the Crafties, and they're coming soon, so I thought I would pick this out and take care of it you know, a little at a time. This is what I've done so far, quite a bit actually. I've been working on this maybe 6 hours. It's a lot of different colorways in here, colors, and so it is not the most simple way to diamond paint, but it is interesting, and the beautiful colors. If you get back from it, you can see that there are 2 trees here and that there are 2 people here, and we'll see that when I get a little bit farther back. I don't know if you can see them yet, but we'll have to wait until I get a little bit more done. But I've covered this up. I took the plastic off because it was kind of thin, and when you pull it up and put it back and all that, sometimes it gets torn. So I just took it off, and I used these diamond painting covers for the canvas, and that way no dust gets on there or anything. And you just pull them up like this. Let me do this. You can just pull them up and take them off, and there's what I haven't done yet. You can see the symbols there, and on the left you can see that's what I have done. There are a few little symbols there I haven't covered up yet, but I'm basically through with that square. But this way the adhesive on there doesn't attract dust and dander that's in the air. So I take off one of these and work on it at a time, and at night, if I'm not finished very much, if I've not done very much, I'll put this back on. But I covered the entire thing with this. Now this is called When Dreams Come True, and I had to go back on the website and find it, but it's by Leonid Afremov. Leonid Afremov, and I went to his website, and I'll put a link to it down in the description if you want to look. But he does a lot of these paintings with the trees and the rain and the people walking down the street. He loves that, and he loves lots of color, and I do too. That's why I really enjoy doing this particular diamond painting now. I didn't realize it was so beautiful when I bought it, so I'm glad that I'm working on it. And I'll just put it away when I'm not working on it, but that's how much I've gotten done so far. And here is the color, all the colors that he's using in here, all these beautiful bright colors here, all along here, very beautiful colors. And I'm just leaving them in the Ziploc bags. And when I take this off and I get my other diamond paintings in and I put this away, I haven't finished, I will put these in a bag, and then I'll just get them right back out when I want to work on it again. So that's how I've been working on some of these. Some of these I have to take them out of the bags because the bags you have to cut open, and then you have to actually, you know, pour them into something to use them. So this is the colorway that he's using. All these beautiful colors. I just really think they're gorgeous. And that's what I'm working on right now. It's called When Dreams Come True. And I think I called it something else. It was wrong, but that's what this one's called, When Dreams Come True. I hope you like that diamond painting portion of my program. I am always doing something with diamond painting, whether I'm sealing a painting or having one framed. I just enjoy the craft so much. It's so much fun. It's not messy. I can just walk over and do it and leave, and it's just so much fun for me to get those up on the wall. I really enjoy that. I know if y'all have been with me for a while, you know that I have done some huge paintings and then some very small paintings as well. And the one I was doing last time was a very small painting. This one's a kind of a medium size. It's probably maybe 15 by 25 or something like that. It's pretty good size painting. So like I said, I'll put it away when I get my other Crafties paintings here. Now, something I wanted to tell you about, if you don't already get this, and I'm not sponsored, please don't think I am, from anybody except for Crafties. This is the Knit Picks new catalog, I guess you could call it. It's a beautiful, beautiful magazine. Very nice. It's free from Knit Picks, so you can go to knitpicks.com and sign up for it. It comes in your mailbox, which is so exciting. I hardly ever get anything in my mailbox anymore. Mostly everything is online, but it has a lot of really great things in here, and including a nice pattern in the back here. It also has in the front, and this is very useful for me because I'm a new knitter, but it's the yarn weight guide, and it shows all the different types of yarn that you can buy, all the different sizes, all the way to number 7 jumbo, which needle sizes are best, which crochet hooks are best. It is awesome. I really like this, and it tells you what kind of items you can build with these particular yarns. And then also all the yarns that are on its website, our pictures are in here where you can really get a good look at them instead of just looking at them on your computer screen. Sometimes that's just not all that accurate, I find. There's also a lot of different companies that advertise in here. These are the ones I like. I haven't done any of these in a while, but these are hand-painted yarns, and you can get these from Malabrigo and places like that at Knit Picks, or you can also get them at eatsleepknit.com. That's where I usually buy Malabrigo, and Malabrigo is a beautiful luxury yarn that's affordable. I think it's very affordable, and you can make something up in it. It's absolutely gorgeous every single time. It doesn't matter how many mistakes you make or anything. The yarn is so squishy and wonderful, and it's usually wool. If you're allergic to wool, it's probably not a good thing to buy, but there are lots of acrylics that are beautiful as well. So the more you look around, the more you realize there are so many beautiful luxury yarns that you can pick from. And when I say luxury, I mean like $13 to $19 a hank, and a hank is 100 grams usually. Sometimes they're 50, so be sure you check, because the really expensive ones are sold in 50-gram balls and hanks, and if you're not careful, you'll think it costs half as much as it actually does. But you know, when you make something with a luxury yarn, you never regret it. I never have. Anytime I've made anything with a luxury yarn, it always turned out so beautifully. Here's something I found on the web, because I'm a beginner knitter, and I admit that I'm totally there. This is an old pattern, and I don't even know what kind of yarn this is. I've tried to research it, and I can't figure out what kind of yarn this is. But this is just a little top by Little Woods. It says City Highlights by Little Woods. I don't know what that is, but this is the pattern, and it's very simple in knitting. I've got the pattern in my hand right here, and I bought it for about $2 off the website. I'll try to find the link for that. I can't exactly remember what URL this was at, but I found it on Pinterest, and it's a garter stitch, so you knit the whole thing. You don't have to do any purling except here on the rib, and the rib says that you have to do a little purling, which is okay. I've done some of that. I'm okay. And it's all done in flat pieces, and then you sew them together, which I have no problem with. This way I could make sleeves, and I wouldn't have to, you know, join them onto the body. I'm not ready for that yet. I'm not ready for prime time, but I thought this was an interesting sweater. It's, like I said, it's all garter stitch, and they're just, the front and the back are just alike. So it's sort of like what I'm doing now with the Lion Brand kit, and that way I'm not pushed too hard right now. I want to learn how to do all the things in knitting, but I need to make a few things first before I move on to the next level. So that is my beginning knitter kicking in there. I'm not ready for prime time, but I am ready to do something fun and more like a garment. So that's what I'm working on right now. If you're enjoying today's video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you'll know when I send out a video every Friday. I'm trying to keep up with that schedule every Friday. Now and then I'll post on Instagram as well. And you can find me On The Hook Crochet there. I invite you to join my community, and I'll be sending out an email today, later on today, with a substantial discount on my garment patterns and also promoting this pattern as well. This is the Wisteria Cottage Cardi again, and that will be going out in an email today. And I just wanted you to know that was coming. If you're a member of the community, you will get that. And I have a link at the top of my description box, and that way you can find the link to join the community. It's an email community, and I don't load you up with emails, but I do announce new products that are available and new patterns that are available that I have on my Etsy shop, and also some new products that I have. I don't have any right this minute, but I do have some really pretty things that you can order. I ask that you support my channel, but you don't have to have a subscription. You don't have to pay something every month. But if you see something you like a pattern or an article, a tumbler, which I really love my tumblers. If you like those, you can order those. I have mugs and other things out there that you can help me with my channel, help support my channel. So I ask that you do that, and then I don't run any video ads during my videos. I don't like to be interrupted, and so I don't do that. And you'll see them at the beginning and the end, but not during the video, so that you can watch it without being interrupted. Now let's talk about giveaways. Last week I showed you 2 items that I was giving away this week. One of them is the Bernat blanket yarn. I have 3 skeins of this. It's so cute. I love these colors, and a lot of y'all liked it too, and the keyword there was baby. We'll give that away in a minute. Now the other item is this particular, let me turn it this way. This is the brand. I can't even pronounce that. I don't even want to try. Schashenmeyer fashion lace, and it's so beautiful. Look at this colorway. I love that. It's so gorgeous, just gorgeous, just gorgeous. And a lot of y'all like this too, and you said you wanted to go to Italy, and that's where they make this. I have 5 skeins of that, or 5 cakes of that, and somebody asked me how many yards were on here. This is a size 2. And let's see if I can find it. 315 yards on each one, and there are 5 of these in the gift. So that's a lot of yards of lace. So I want to give those away as well. So let's turn the camera to the computer and find out who wins these 2 gifts today. Here we are at the comment picker, and I have already entered in the word baby right there. And we're going to scroll down here and find out how many comments we had. And that is 68 comments. So those are 68 people that wanted that particular kind of yarn, the baby's yarn. And we're going to start and find out who gets this gift this week. And that would be, oh, here we go. Deb P. Funder. Deb P. Funder, you have won the baby yarn, the baby blanket yarn from Bernat. Really like that yarn, so pretty. All right, let's go up here, and we're going to change. My computer's running a little bit slow today. What's the deal? All right, so the other one is Italy, Italy, and we're going to put that word in there and scroll down here and get the, I still have to answer this question first. 16, I hope that's right. Yeah, get the comments. And the Italian yarn, no, a lot of people wanted that. 130 people wanted that. So let's see who wins the Italian yarn that I showed last week. This is for the Italian 5 skeins of yarn, 5 cakes. Karen Smith 2635. Karen Smith 2635. You have won the beautiful Italian yarn. So congratulations to both of our winners. Congratulations to our winners. I hope you enjoy those 2 gifts. Be sure to email me with your name and your address, and I can send those to you right away. Now for next week, I am giving away a Red Heart soft, large skein of yarn. This is 283 grams, and it has 513 yards of a size 4. And it's a beautiful size. Berry is the name of the colorway. Let me get it back here where you can see it. It's sort of like a raspberry almost, but it's a raspberry, and it's called Berry, B-E-R-R-Y. Very beautiful, brand new skein. I've never used it. I got it on sale actually at Joann's for $6.97, but I think originally it was quite a bit more expensive than that. This is Red Heart. Let's turn it around here. Red Heart Soft. Some of my favorite yarn. I made the Christmas Cookie Afghan by Crochet Crowd. I made that with the Red Heart Soft yarn, and it is so nice to use as a little throw over my legs. I really love it. It's Red Heart Soft, and I would like to make something else out of Red Heart Soft too, but this is not my color. My color is more of a red, blue red, and that takes me to my second gift. But first of all, if you want this, you can sign up for it with the word red, R-E-D. R-E-D, and that will get you in the running for that next week. This is a humongous skein of Big Twist, 1,093 yards. You can barely pick it up. There it is right there. And the colorway is deep red. It says deep red. I'm going to get it back here where you can see it a little better. It's a beautiful red, but it's not the red that I like, and so I'm going to give this away. It's just in my stash, and I probably won't ever reach for it that I can think of. Now, as soon as I give it away, I might say, oh, you know, I could have made a sweater out of that, but whatever. Anyway, this is beautiful Big Twist, red, value pound plus, it says 1,093 yards, and I think this is even bigger than the Karen 1 pound and some of the others. I think it's even bigger than that, but I love Big Twist. It's so soft. It's a really nice yarn. It is not scratchy at all. It's really super duper for a little throw or a sweater. It says you can make a sweater out of this, and I bet you could. It's 1,000, almost 1,100 yards. So that is the second gift that I'll be giving away next week. And the keyword there is big, B-I-G. So we have big and we have red. And those are the two keywords for next week. And I hope you sign up for those. Just put in the comment either one or both of those words, and you'll be in the running for one of or both of those two gifts. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's show. I tried to be all over the place, and sometimes I think that's a good thing. I like videos like that where people talk about all kinds of different things in their videos instead of just one thing. So that's the reason that I do this. So to keep it moving and to keep it interesting and to inspire you to do something new with your life, with your crafts, do something new and enjoy yourself every day, because yesterday is gone and we're not to tomorrow quite yet. So we're living for today. Today is the day you're in. So enjoy it and enjoy your craft as well. So join me next time to find out what's on the hook.